The technologies I used in the process of my magazine and constructing it was Photoshop. I used it because it's a much easier editing software, what I was familiar with because of my college magazine. And I use this because I could manipulate my own photos, what I took on the DSLR camera, which is a Canon, which is in HD, because I just wanted my photos to look more professional. And looking at my other kinds of magazines like Enemy, you can tell they've all been photoshopped, and they're much more they're very professionally done, and they'll have like professional photographers, and I liked how my pictures came out with the Canon camera because they're much better than normal digital cameras, and they give you like the full effect. They manage to get everything in the picture, like the sunset, and changing and using like Photoshop to change the contrast and brighten it up is just a good way to it's just a good editing software which you can which I am familiar with. And another technology I used where I used Tumblr because I put this picture up of my model and I put this question. I wanted some feedback from my followers because I recognise that most of my followers they are my target audience because they like their indie music like Falls, Vampire Weekend, Arctic Monkeys, Oasis, and I wanted feedback because I didn't know whether to actually use that photo, and I got positive feedback, but I didn't. Here's my feedback, but I didn't really want to. I didn't want to use that picture because she's looking. She's at the side. It's not really inviting as well. Her pose isn't very appealing, but I managed to get a really good one of her, which looks really good because it's like the other Enemy photo which I used as an example of where I took it from in my first question. And the prop isn't really relevant because it's nothing to do about indie music. Another social media I used was Facebook. I asked this question. I got some feedback. About 3 people said they liked the bottom one, and about 2 people said they liked the top one. Preferably, I'd go for the 4th one because which I did go for because I've always really liked that one because it's bold and it just shows my genre. Whereas like the top one or the other 2 ones, they're more rock and they just don't really stand out to like your typical alternative indie person. And I also used Flickr, which I didn't really know how to use at the time. I didn't really hear about it, but I got used to it because you can add your own description, and I think I used it for the 3rd or 2nd question to answer where I feel it should be distributed. I think Flickr is a really important piece of technology because you can upload your photos and put descriptions and embed it into your blog, and I just like it because it's a really easy layout. People can view it, and that's a technology I will like to use again. I also use Prezi. Here are my 2 Prezis I've made for my other questions. What you do is it's like an online PowerPoint presentation, but it's more creative. It's very easy to use actually, and it looks really good. That's the DSLR camera I used, and here is like my slide share. I've done a few slide shares, and this is my analysis of my media magazine. I like SlideShare because you can do your own PowerPoints online, which is you do it in your own PowerPoint, Office PowerPoint, and you can upload it onto this website and embed it onto your blog, because you can't really embed your PowerPoints onto your blog without uploading them to your SlideShare. And I just really like it because you can use something you're familiar with, like the PowerPoint, and it's nice to it's good to upload it onto it, because you can get more creative on the PowerPoint you're used to, and embed it at the same time, because you can't really do it. There's no option to, unless you upload it onto SlideShare or another site like that. And they're all the technologies I use to construct my product.